Hello everyone, this is CJNovo992 and today we're back with another brand new video. A nearly voiceless CJNovo992 by the way, and I'd prefer to be that rather than having to sit through and react and break down what was a truly horrific gaming performance with a second half beating that I've not seen to that extent since Apollo Creed was lying dead at the end of it. That was shambolic in every single aspect of the world, and it's cruel. People, that's one of the ways that's cruel, because the game tricked you, you know what I mean? It gave you the excitement, it gave you the limbs, and then in that second half performance, because of a couple of things going against us, we will touch on that as the longer the video goes on, but it just got ripped away, and then you have to sit back and reflect on a 7-1 loss to Liverpool, which for me is genuinely so embarrassing. And I know how good this Liverpool side is. If you look at my last video, and especially the first one, we broke down the quality, the talent that's in this Liverpool side, and I know everybody slaughters them in the media and everything like that, but they are a fantastic player with fantastic player, and they have a fantastic group of talent. Just look at what they've done over the last couple of years, and I give them a lot of credit because they are a good side, and everything I'm going to say in today's video certainly isn't going to take that away. But by God, man, from a Rangers perspective, that second half was just shocking, if all honesty, and I think it showed you a couple of reminders and showed you the importance of a couple of players, including a Connor Goldson, who absolutely gets crucified week in and week out by so many people. Well, now you've seen it, ladies and gentlemen. You saw 45 minutes without Connor Goldson. We conceded 6 goals. Do you see what leadership and just what he brings to that back line? Because to me, and I'm a big Goldson fanboy, even I'm sitting back going, oh, he's absolutely vital. We should bring the winter break back until this man is able to kick a football again. And again, when I'm recording today's video, there's no news about Connor Goldson, but if that boy's out long term, I know we all love King, and I think he's got a very exciting future in that in the game, but this was a reminder there is several levels to a Connor Goldson, to a young laddie like Leon King. Very, very good future ahead of the laddie. But that there was an awakening call to show you the difference and what a centre-half can bring you. And it's not just the young lad I'm digging out either, by the way. The defence was absolutely shambolic as always, especially the left-hand side, with Barisic getting turned inside out all the time. It was horrific to watch, and I thought Big Ben Davies actually done well in the game. Imagine if he never, what the score could have been. But aye, this video is going to be absolutely all over the place, ladies and gentlemen, but we'll get through it, as I'm wearing black today for the Champions League funeral, because that there is it all said and done regarding potential Champions League adventures and everything like that. And if this hasn't been a sobering experience the last couple of games, just to show you how far off it we are now, again, some of that I think went from the negative defeatist attitude that we've played and had so far in the Champions League, because you can't go from Europa League finalists 5, 6, 7 months ago, whenever it was, ladies and gentlemen, to European laughingstocks in this short space at that time without some major things going wrong. And I voiced my opinion on it. I thought our attitude in the Ajax away game, I thought our attitude at Liverpool, at Anfield, was embarrassing and everything like that. And I just think this has been wrong on and off the part. We didn't spend the Champions League money when it came in correctly to improve the squad. We went in with negative attitudes, manager saying there's a big jump and everything like that. Imagine that seeping into the psyche of the players, and I think that's had a major effect on it, because the players look terrified and just drilled out of every bit of creative freedom in that squad, because I'm seeing players turning constantly. I mean, all Barisic done in that game was turn this way and pass back that way. Not once did he risk anything going forward, and that spread throughout the squad, because the first 20 minutes of this game was brilliant, and then we changed it. And I don't care what anyone says, oh, it wasn't this or this. No, we changed it quite clearly. The mentality shifted the second we went 1-0 up, with people piling forward, being creative, gambling, going forward. We stopped all that the second we took the lead in this game and went back to the cowardice defensive mindset, and it just played into the hands in Liverpool. And again, I'll argue with anyone who tries to voice that and say, no, it went this way or this way. No, you can see it from where we were brave, taking touches in the opening 15, 17 minutes of this game. The second we scored, long ball City, long ball City, long ball City, throwing Cholak down the river, putting him up against Van Dijk and Kanate in the air when nobody anywhere near them. It's just embarrassing how far we've fallen so quickly in terms of European football, where we were built to play and had confidence, to where we look now. Again, we look terrified to even be in European football. And we're now knocked out officially of the Champions League. Again, the third place is still there to battle for and everything like that. But with what you've seen, in the last 4 games, do you think we'll get anywhere near that? For me, no. And I am scunnered beyond belief and genuinely just embarrassed because we're better than that. I don't know why we're playing this way and why this is bred into this Rangers side and set up this way and why the players look so drilled out of every bit of just confidence that they've got at this level. But there is something badly wrong in terms of European football. And I know some people's going to say, there's a jump up in quality in the Champions League. And you're right, there is, of course, always that. But look at the other clubs elsewhere in the Champions League, Europa League, all this stuff. There is teams, like even us last year in the Europa League, you look at our budget compared to some of the teams that we beat. I'm not wanting to hear all the financial excuses and all that nonsense. It's a game of football, people. When the whistle goes, you work your arse off and you fight for every single ball and you go forward and you try. Today, Hinks, we just never, people, we just went out really this Champions League campaign without a fight, and that's something, besides a 60-minute period versus Napoli, by the way, I should say that because I was very proud of that and everything like that before the red card for James Sands. But apart from that, it's just been one of those campaigns that I'll always look back on and say, what on earth were we doing? So, there's frustration, there's annoyance, there's scunneredness in the old voice right now. But we're going to try and break down the actual game recap because, again, we've got a lot of goals to discuss and break down and everything like that. So, we'll try and do it quickly on that end because, again, the game started electrifying. We had Ryan Kent cutting in, having a shot. We had some promising moments, all starting from Connor Goldson whipping the ball back, tackling Nunes, tackling, was it Bobby as well, out in the right-hand side, taking the ball from him. It looked promising from Rangers, and then the moment happened. Tavernier winning the ball back, nipping in front of his man. Cholak doing brilliant to spin away from Van Dijk, get on the ball, pass it to Jacko. Jacko finds Arfield. There's gambles, there's people going forward. Arfield run through and hits a shot I've never seen him hit in 5 years. People, he must have scuffed it. And I love Scotty Arfield, but it's the cleanest strike I've ever seen that laddie hit. And honestly, the limbs, the excitement, and that's when one of these memories and the journey stuff that I can take, right? The first goal in 10 years and everything like that since the last Champions League goal. That there is fine. I didn't like that excuse saying, we got thumped today, but look at the no. But I can accept and take that as a special moment. That's the first goal in 10 years. I can accept that. And it was a wonderful goal to break that dreaded deadlock and everything like that. And then the excitement was there. And like I said, like that, just go back. If you're able to stomach the game, look at how we approached that game in the opening 17 minutes. From the moment, and I mean the moment we scored, look at how we approached that game and look at the players' positioning. Everybody dropped 5, 10 yards. And that just gave Liverpool everything that they needed in the game. And guess what, people? When you're negative on the park, do you know what you get? Negative consequences. And the 24th minute is just shambolic in every single aspect of the word because we have the ball. Davis does a brilliant and I thought he was great. Him and Goldson, by the way, for 44 minutes or whatever it was, Goldson ended up playing, looked solid, and I was actually quite confident in those two, and I saw a future in those two because Davis comes in here, beautiful last ditch slide challenge on, I believe, Nunes. We get the ball, we try and just zip up the park. We're not a tall team. They are. What we doing? Anyway, hot potato. The ball comes back. Tavernier, horrific pass. Who's he gone to? I don't know. That's when we need him just to calm everyone down. But he's started to bite into just that punting ball attitude. I don't know if he's told to punt the ball away or anything like that. But we try and punt it away. It goes out to Liverpool. I believe it's the wee, is it Carvalho, sorry. I think it is. He takes a touch, has a shot, sort of spins, and I thought, McGregor's going to come and get this. So McGregor comes, stops, puts his hands out and lets it go out. I don't know if he was trying to, or if he was shouted it was a goal kick or something like that. But that's, maybe I'm misremembering it. But is that absolutely horrific, not only from the skipper, but McGregor there? Should he not have just got that ball? Somebody can let me know in the comment section below. Maybe I'm misremembering it, but I was just like, what have we done? Why we just gave a corner away? And guess what, people? Rangers and set pieces. Name something more toxic than that, because I can't stand it anymore. I'm genuinely feeling bad for the people that's tuning in to these videos, because you must be sick to death of seeing not only this face, but me sit here and say we've conceded from a set piece. It's horrific. Front post. We've got Sakala doing nothing. Just sitting there, just vibing. just vibing at the front post. And we've got Tavernier who just gets bullied by Bobby Firmino. It's a good header. And again, it's annoying because I talk Bobby up quite a lot and I argue with my pals and everything like that away from how good he is and he should be starting more games for Liverpool because I think he's brilliant. And I said that in the last 2 preview videos for Liverpool. And to see him score and do what he done in the rest of the game, my phone's been blown up saying, "Hi, you're right, aye, I whiz." But it's a painful reminder of how quality he is. Bullies Tav, puts it in, and that bright start in terms of taking the lead in the game, then sliding it down to defensive, just had me worried. But we still had a solid back two with Davies and Goldson who were winning everything. And I think you can summarise Goldson's performance because not only did he have 2 more slide challenges, by the way, but he gets a scissor kick volley that drops out to Kent. Kent runs, gets a corner from it, and it's just like, that is what he brings. His passing was immaculate all night and he was solid defensively, but he gets hurt. And you know, it's probably ironic that Mr. Ironman, who never gets injured, Mr. Consistency in terms of team selection, ends up getting hurt, winning the ball beautifully again. Interception. I don't know if it's a quad. It looked like a quad issue to me. And I'll be honest with you, this is genuinely my notes, right? Again, I'm a loser and everything. I take notes and I take wee things. Once the ball goes out and there's a stoppage of play, I'll like fire down my thoughts and everything. I'll tell you what I said. Honestly, this is honest to God what I said. Goldson's been unreal. Another fantastic challenge, 3 fantastic long balls out. He's been a colossus back there with Davies. He's down right now. Hopefully it's a bit of gamemanship, trying to calm it down. If he goes, I'm terrified for what the result could be. And that is honestly word for word what I have in my notes. And if that isn't a premonition of what happened in this game, painfully, I don't know what is, ladies and gentlemen, because unfortunately it wasn't gamesmanship. The big man was hurt. He comes off the park and young Leon King, who a lot of people want to be starting games, but everyone knows my opinion. Love Leon King. I think he's going to have a brilliant future in the game. But you're kidding yourself, son, if you think he brings the same level in not only consistency on the park, but leadership and everything, because he shouldn't. He's only an 18-year-old laddie, ladies and gentlemen. He shouldn't be the finished article and be the same standard as a guy who's played 250 odd games for us. So young Leon King comes in and we managed to hang in, and I mean hang in to half time. And I was thinking, right, what are we going to do here? Because it's quite clearly isn't working, this defensive long ball attitude. Surely we'll change Son. Whenever. Long balls all the time to Cholak, selling him down the river. Not once. Honestly, if you put Cholak on top of Morelos' shoulders, I still didn't think we're winning any of those long balls. No idea why that tactic was selected for this game versus Liverpool. Oh, by the way, I did forget, just before Connor Goldson went off with the long ball, remember we talked about to Ryan Kent, because I don't think I said it in the video. After we won the corner, it eventually gets switched beautifully from Lundstrom out to Fashion Sakala, who takes wonderful first touch, beats his man, drives in to the box, and he gets in behind, picks out Arfield, but his shot is well blocked by Kanati, who's obviously making his return to the starting 11. That was a massive opportunity as well, which we never took. But again, it's fine margins, and especially at this level, when you do have wee half opportunities, you need to make them count, because you're not getting 7, 8, 9, 10 in a game of football. And again, that's why Cholak is so important for this Rangers side, because he's the only one in that starting 11 that is anywhere near the word clinical in terms. And for in front of goal, it's just unfortunate we couldn't create none for the lad. It all fell. Well, I say all fell. One other chance fell to Scotty Arfield, but again, he got a fantastic opening goal. But again, it's one of those things. Let's jump to the second half. As I said, it was still overly defensive. And the 55th minute, it's a magical number, never for that. Well, it wasn't in this game, because the way we concede this goal, oh my God, you can talk about finances, you can talk about quality, you can talk about golf, you can talk about whatever you want, people. But something that cannot ever be explained is why Barisic, who is a professional footballer at an international level, buys into this so badly that he abandons the entire left-hand side on his own. He knows that he's got an inexperienced 18-year-old centre-back back there and a guy who's played 2.5 games back there. Where is this getting used? He buys in, sells the jerseys completely as he comes up, tries to win a header. He's never going to win. They spin it in because, again, they're a professional football team and they know how football is played. They run down the wing, and Gomez, to be fair, it's a wonderful cross. But we King, man, That's a badging for him, and he'll be sad. I know for a fact he'll blame himself and everything like that, and it's horrific, but it's as bad can be, because he has a look at his shoulder first and then he just leaves it. And Bobby, who's a fantastic player again, just says, oh, thank you, because he's led him. He's just took him a walk. He's pointing him here. He's isolated the 18-year-old centre-back and he's pointing to exactly where he wants it. And he just runs in on the blind side. King leaves it, hesitates. Bobby doesn't. It's back in the net. It's 2-1 to Liverpool. And you're thinking to yourself, how have we done this so badly? And how bad do we look defensively, by the way? Because it wasn't just that moment. They had nearlies before that. How badly was missing Goldson going to hurt this Rangers defence? Well, the next 30 minutes tell. Because it wasn't just the loss of Connor Goldson, we also got the loss of Ryan Jack, who dropped out around about the 57th minute of the game, and he was nipping about, winning things, putting challenges and helping a John Lundstrom, and again having a bit of pace to be able to go forward. Again, he was involved in a couple of attacks. When he went out, we were forced to make a substitution that again is not going to make me very popular on this channel, but it just sums up the problems at Rangers. Bringing on Stephen Davis in a Champions League game, 2-1 down, versus a Liverpool side that plays fast, free-flowing, attacking football. I love Stephen Davis and I think he would be important for SPFL games, but the jump up here, the quality, the talent that we're facing here, it's a shambles that we've had to bring on the likes of Stephen Davis. And again, I love the lad. I didn't want to be saying that, but by God, was he useless this afternoon. He just looked lost completely. We're running. Erderman, again, the third goal of the game just summarises that. And this one, it's McGregor's distribution was absolutely horrific here, by the way. He just punts the ball aimlessly. Again, that's kind of what we were doing. He punts it. And then I seen Fabinho with the ball, great player on that as well. Stephen Davis tries to shoulder barge him. It was like a fly on a Rottweiler. I've never seen it. Like, he tried to shoulder, Davis bounced off him. Fabinho just goes, what was that? I don't know. Turn the window wipers on. He took a couple steps, played a ball in to Bobby Firmino. Again, King thinks Nunes is offside. I think he tries to step in. I don't know what really happens there or what was going through the defensive mind, but Bobby, again, with the intelligence, knows Nunes is now onside. Gives him an easy tap in, well, not an easy tap in, but an easy shot on McGregor, and he takes it as McGregor is nowhere near it, and now we're 3-1 down, and you think, well, that's game, set and match, unless we go a bit more attacking, at least just throw the kitchen sink at it and put players on and go for it, but we never, we waited, and then Salah came on the part, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, Salah, Mo Salah, one of the most dangerous finishers in world football, and he has been over the last couple of years, one of the best players in world football. He came on the park. Can we talk about that? They brought on Jota, Mohamed Salah, Thiago, and, well, I was going to say Andy Robertson, and that's not me disrespectful, but you talk about those three, they're like the top of the top, and then Andy Robertson, again, still a fantastic player, but the three of them, right up there. We brought on Leon King and Stephen Davis. That is what we done. And look at their subs that they brought on. It's nowhere near it, people, and Mo Salah comes in and gets his first goal as King bites at the ball. It goes right up in the air, the ball gets put out. In fact, it's a very good touch from Salah, and then he just toe pokes it by McGregor, who can't get down quickly enough, and now it's 4-1, and then we make the subs. That's great. Yeah, we make the subs. We bring on Scott Wright and Alfredo Morelos, and we take off our other striker. That's right. We're still 4-1 down at home. In a game that's pretty much knocking us out the Champions League, we still will not change from the rigid plan A that we've got at this club. I don't know, man. You talk about warning signs and flashing lights and red flags. Well, they're absolutely over the screen right now, because that there is a symbol of itself, just how bad we are right now. What if plan A doesn't work? Do you know what plan B is? They plan A better. That is all we have got, and it's a shambles, because at this level you have to have other plans in place. Again, it's alright for Scottish football, we're going to be dominating 99.9% of the games. Again, the only real challenge where a team will come out and push you is a Celtic, maybe a Hearts now and again and that, but it's a Celtic and that actually comes at you. You need to have a different thing about you, but with no people, and then the last 15 minutes happened, and honestly it's like a weird fever dream. I can't even remember how the goal, in fact I do remember how the next goal went in. Mo Salah had time to stop on the ball and then toe poke it by McGregor, who was just standing there next to free. I think Stephen Davis was there, I think King was there, and I think Davies was there. Not one of them could get near Salah, who stood on the ball, I swear to God. Now, when I say chucked it, people, I mean chucked it, because now every time Liverpool went forward, they looked like scoring, it was gone completely. And Mohamed Salah gets his hat-trick, and again, it's a great finish, but maybe I'm being overly critical, and somebody can let me know, because I'm obviously grumpy right now, but McGregor in this game, was he stinking? Like, was he? Can somebody tell me in the comment section below, was he stinking? Should he have done better here? Because it looks like he's just standing there watching it go by him like it's a training game and all that as well. Great finish again on the left-hand side, but at least want my goalie diving for it. At least make a move for it. Not just watching it go back in like he's cowed the dragon at a charity match. Do you know what I mean? Just put a paw out or something. And then, yeah, when you think, right, that's it then. 6-1. They end up getting a goal that was ruled offside, and I was like, oh, thank the heavens. The linesman is actually there. But after VAR checks it, it was onside quite clearly by, I don't know what the linesman. So Harvey Elliott, gets his first Champions League goal as he slaps it into the back of net after a couple of deflections. Jota should have scored, but he hesitated. It ended up falling to Harvey Elliott at the back post, and that's an easy tap-in for a young man who gets again his first Champions League goal. And that was the game, ladies and gentlemen. I know Morelos had a run in the second half, but do you know what I mean? But as bad as it gets, ladies and gentlemen, massive lesson to not only the players on the park, but the manager, who again's had his 4th lesson in a row. We're not changing or adjusting anything. That's slightly worrying. And a massive lesson to the board and everyone in charge at this football club, because we've been failed in this Champions League with every single facet of this club. Again, for the top end, to the manager, to the players, where we've just not done what we are more than capable of. And people could say, oh, they're no one trying to make excuses. We were in the Europa League final 6 months ago. Ladies and gentlemen, how far have we fallen in such a short period of time that we look beat before the whistles even went? And again, that tactic or whatever we changed, 18th, 19th minute of this game, will haunt me for a long time, people, because it's just never the way I want to see my team play at all. And look at it. We played defensive and got scudded 7-1. We played defensive at Anfield, and if it wasn't for McGregor's save, we'd go beat 7 again. So plan A isn't working at this level right now. Can we have a plan B or just something? People, that's all I've got to say, and that's my thoughts and opinions. Again, throw my toys at the pram a wee bit, because why would we know? We just got beat 7-1 at Ibrox, but again, we've got big game in that at the weekend. We need to get back to winning ways and that, but he's just scunnered, ladies and gentlemen, because there is something wrong. I don't know what it is. Somebody can let me know in the comment section below, but there is something wrong with this football team that they look beat before the whistles even went. You can let me know down in the comment section below what you think that is. But that's my thoughts and opinions on the game. Embarrassing, scunnered, and everything like that. Goldson, what a loss to this football club. Anyone with agendas, let's put it away right now, because we've seen what it looks like without Connor Goldson. I didn't want to see us play another game afoot the laddie, and that's going to be interesting to see how that goes at the weekend. Again, any updates regarding his injury, I'll let you know down there in the comment section below. But as always, win, lose or draw, we are always here to digest the Rangers roller coaster. This one's a sickener, but again, hopefully there's a high at the weekend. And until next time, I've been CJ over 92. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.